I did the 30-second. I don't know if everybody saw the 30-second. Girl, I'm telling you, I'm off. I'm off today. I should have clicked go live and it clicked on do the 30-second thing. I'm just playing the thing and I don't know if everybody saw it. Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear and see us. Please let me know if you can't hear or see us, but I think you can.
Okay. All right, I'm muted on the other end. Good.
Yeah. I think they could hear and see us. Mm-hmm. So welcome to our live.
Hello, hello.
I am so happy for a 3-day weekend, Lord.
Yes, we need it. I needed it too. Man, I be tired.
I'm tired. So everybody, I was telling Pescatarian that on Friday I had to get some stuff done to my HVAC system. So I had the HVAC guy out about a month ago. He was like, well, this is going on, that's going on. And I was like, let me tell you something. I already know you can ghetto rig that thing and put parts on it. Don't be trying to charge me thousands of dollars. I said, tell me what's wrong. He was like, oh, I wasn't going to do that. I said, yeah, you was, but let's move forward. And so he was like, we could put something on a compressor and you could do a new motor. I said, how much is that? Mm-hmm. It was under $900. I was like, get it done. I was like, because I'm going to stretch that HVAC for another 10 years. I'm going to stretch it till you can't stretch it.
Exactly. And I ain't mad at you. Shoot.
Mm-hmm. I'm like,
You need to. Because they will take advantage of you. I think sometimes they think, oh, it's a woman. Let's see. Let's test this knowledge. So what you need is you're probably going to need a new unit and this and that. And stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
I know what I know.
Yeah. I remember when I was living in my condo, I think when I bought my condo, I knew it was a fixer-upper. I knew it was. And I was going to take time to fix it. That's right, Mike. Ride with it till the wheels fall off.
Exactly.
So, I think the third year I was there, I called somebody out to get an estimate on the kitchen. Now, my skill set, my qualifications, I write contracts. And what I wrote contracts for was for construction contracts. Big, major, underground and above ground construction contracts for a lot of years. So I know some things about construction. I work for a natural gas utility, electric, all that stuff. So the guy comes out and he's like, oh, it's going to be this much money. And I was like, get out. I was like, get out my condo. So I waited another year and then the market fell. The market fell good in 2008. Man, I paid, because the first quote was $20,000. I paid less than $10,000 to get that kitchen redone. New That's counters, crazy. The cabinets refinished, all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't be messing around. I don't be messing around with these people trying to
flam me.
Because when I was younger, it happened to me when I was younger. Okay. Took my car to a major auto body place. Just said, I just told them how much his brake pads are going to be. And, I'm a young girl. And they have my car forever. I said, what are you guys doing? All you have to do is look at my brake pads or whatever.
Right.
Well, you're going to need a whole new brake system. I said, I called my mom. I said, do you know what they telling me? Mm-hmm. My mom said, put my daughter's car back together. Put it back together. And so she had a garage mechanic and he was like, all she need is this and that. And that, you just learn.
Right.
You go through life, you just learn.
I had to learn. When I was single as an adult, after a divorce, it was like, okay, how do I navigate? And I was like, you know what? Stop this. You are not stupid. Mm-hmm. You need to learn about these things, even though that's not, normal for you, whatever. I wasn't comfortable. I had to learn. And I'm so glad I did because now I know, and I look back and think, oh man, they got over. Now, nope.
Yeah.
And people, I'll ask somebody,
Yeah. And people are gonna get up when you're young, people are gonna get over on you.
Yep.
It happens. I remember I used to love Nissans. Girl, Nissan was my car of choice. It was my first car. I had a Nissan Datsun, learned how to drive a stick on it. Girl, I could drive a stick, you
Mm-hmm.
know, everything. And I had a Nissan. This was my third or fourth Nissan. I had a Nissan Altima, and something wasn't right. I had took it in for a tune-up. And
Mm-hmm.
then I just had to keep taking it back in. I said, let
Right.
me talk to my manager. My manager used to rebuild cars. He would
Mm-hmm.
rebuild cars. I said, Frank, my car is doing this and that. I said, something's not right. I said, I think Nissan did something to my car.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, Precious, he said, what did you guys say? Well, I got the spark plugs changed. I got a tune up. He said, you know what they did? He said, I bet you they said that they changed the coils or whatever, because they were trying to tell me I need a new engine. I said, there's no way I need a new engine. That means you guys
Right.
didn't do something. So he said,
Right.
Precious, check the oil. And if
Mm-hmm.
the oil is not milky, then they're lying. So I said, okay. So I
Mm-hmm.
went to the dealership and they're like, your head gasket, yada, yada, yada. They were like trying to tell me like $7,000. And so I said, let me see the oil in my car. They said, why do you?
Mm-hmm.
I said, I want to see the oil. Because
Right.
that means you didn't. So I looked, I said, the oil's not milky. You guys did not change the coils under those spark plugs. I said, you guys didn't do what you're supposed to do.
Right.
And I said, and you're telling me, I said, why are you telling me I need a new engine and I don't need a new engine? So he said, well, eventually, with the head gasket, the engine's going to fail. So then I got him.
Backpedaling,
Right. But I got him when I said this, because even Frank didn't know I said this. I said, so you're telling me that Nissan knows they put faulty engines in their cars? Since you're telling me the engine's going to fail? And he said, well, no, I said, so you could just fix the head gasket. There's nothing wrong with my engine. I said,
Right.
you just told me. You just told me that. So I had the car towed. I said, put my car back together. I had it towed to my current mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, $2,500. $2,500.
Okay.
Done. Plus a battery, because the car had been sitting, plus a battery.
Right.
$2,500. Head gasket. That car still ran. Then I had the Nissan. Then I went and got my Acura sedan that's sitting out there. And I took the Nissan in to my mechanic. And my mechanic looked at me. He was like, Precious. he said, I think you should sell this car to somebody you don't know.
Oh.
But I mean, I drove that car in, and you're right, Mike. They always trying to rob us. He said, I mean, you could get this stuff fixed. He said, but I could just see it going, because he had put on welds for the engine block. He was doing all kind of stuff.
Right.
So I sold it to this young man, because I had the other car. I had the Acura. I said, look, the guy had a girlfriend. I was studying the Bible with the girlfriend. I said, look, this car is going to go. This is what you're going to do. And the boy's like, I got $10,000. I could say, boy, I said, don't tell me how much. I'm trying to school him. I said, don't tell me how much money you have. Right. I said, I think I charged him $3,000 for the car. I said, I want you to take this car and take it to a Hyundai or a Keeler dealership. There's no lights on. I got all this stuff. I said, don't keep this car. Take it in. Trade it in.
Right.
And get you a newer car. Said you got money down. Said you got to trade in. Put you another $3,000 down on a little car. I made them wrote a contract. I said, don't get this girl pregnant. I said, don't get this girl pregnant. And don't
complicate your life right now.
I said, don't get this girl pregnant, because I know she fly. I said, don't get her pregnant. I said,
you told him that for real?
I told him. I put in the contract. I said, and go back to school. I said, don't tell your family, because you can tell how his family was. I said, don't tell your family how much money you got. I said,
yeah, don't do that.
Don't do it. What did he do? Everything I told him not to do. Everything. Kept the car. Then he calling me a couple of months later. Miss Precious, this car said, didn't I tell your dumb behind
That's
to
right.
go to the Hyundai dealership?
And then he say, and by the way, my girlfriend's pregnant.
And she was pregnant. And I said, everything I told you not
to do.
I said, well, I can't. I said, Miss Precious. I said, didn't you write a contract with Miss Precious? Yes. I said, well, I said, now the light is on. They're going to give you $10 for that car.
Yep.
You're probably going to spend your money trying to show flow. I said, now life is going to be hard. I said, you should have put a condom on. Number one.
That right there. We know you didn't want to, but still, isn't it much better not to have that? I mean, I'm sure you love your child, but what you don't know, you don't miss.
He did everything. I said, I said, boy, don't get this girl pregnant. I said, don't get her pregnant. Don't tell people. I said, stop telling people about your money.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I ain't telling you to be tight. I said, but you need to keep some stuff and go back to school. I said, I'm not telling you to become a rocket scientist, but go get your trade. Go to school. And then you calling me 2 months later. What you want me to do?
Ain't nothing I could do. I told you what you needed to do, and we had a contract. You didn't keep up to your end of the contract. There's nothing I could do for you.
A hard head make us. I said you have broken every term in this little 2-page contract. I was like, you the stupidest person in the world.
Okay, because I told you. Well, you know what? He'll listen now when somebody say something. You know. I mean, he could have broke the 2 terms of just telling people about the money and not going to school. But once you got that girl pregnant, I was like, you messed up for the next 25 years because they don't stop needing when they 18. I was like, you big dummy. And then if they don't stay together, then it's all kind of issues.
No.
You know?
No.
Oh well.
And she was a beautiful, sweet girl. And she told me she was like, Miss Precious told you. And I'm looking at her like, yeah, I told him not to get you pregnant either. But he was
but y'all did that one, okay?
He was scheming on that.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm sure it was like what had happened was. Yeah.
Well, she had on them Daisy Dukes that night.
Right. She was looking all fly, and he was like,
that body was slamming, and I forgot to go get my Jimmy hat.
My goodness.
I was like, I don't know why you calling me. I can't. I told you
what I could do. He just wanted to talk to you. That's all.
That's all. Now you need the Bible. Nope, gone. Don't
live your life. You're good. I'm good. Bye.
Don't make no more. I think they had. I'm sure. I don't know. Just stupidness. He probably looking at that moment in time, like why?
Right.
Why did I not listen to Miss Presh?
That right there. Ooh.
Why did I not listen to Miss Precious?
Right? I mean, we all adults, so we know you be feeling a certain kind of way, and she looking good and everything, but you got to think, this is just a moment in time that can make me or break me. Let me take a few minutes to calm down a little bit and say, you know what? I'm gonna still get the goods, but I gotta protect myself a little bit here.
Yeah. If she's pushing you, she said, thank God I'm in a 60. Yes, J3. And I think with me being a single woman, like I had an electrician come over here when I had got my my lady shed, my shed in the back, my gardening shed, and I got electricity hooked up to it. He had to put in a box and all that. Mm-hmm. And it was, I think he was Middle Eastern or Indian. Mm-hmm. And he was telling me about his 3 kids. He's not married, just had a girlfriend. And he said, because I was like, oh, give me your card because I have a rental property. If anything goes wrong, I can call you, or over there. And he was like, you have 2 properties and no man and no kids. And I said, yeah. Mm-hmm. And he said...
And you're a Black woman.
He said, something wrong with you, huh? You crazy.
What? No, I'm not. I'm smart. I know what I'm doing. I'm not putting nothing on myself that I don't need.
I said, he said, I'm I'm just kidding. I said, I don't think you were. I said, I don't think you were kidding. So I guess because I'm single and I take care of myself, not by choice, that I must be crazy. Something wrong with me because I'm not popping out some babies and I'm not married. And
girl,
you can't win for losing. If I was a single mom, I get talked about like she should have known.
Right.
If you ain't got no kids,
woman handling your business and you still getting talked about.
I'm leading my happy little hunky dory, boring gardening world, and I still get talked about. So he said something wrong with you. You crazy, huh? Why? Because I'm not because I ain't out there letting men just slip into my house.
Okay.
He said, what wrong? Exactly, Nikki. I feel like what's I don't know what movie that was. I was like, what wrong with you?
Exactly.
So I just think the young man didn't want to listen to me because he's like, well, she ain't got no man and yada yada yada.
What's she talking about? She don't know.
What she talking about? She
don't
know.
Right, exactly. On the contrary, I do know. That's why I'm a single woman with 2 properties and I'm holding my own.
Yeah.
Enough said. Okay.
Yeah. And I had to have a friend. My best friend and her husband, they moved to Costa Rica. They're trying to move back. But Black couple. He's an engineer. He used to work on airplanes and all that stuff. And she was an administrative RN, high up RN, almost like a physician assistant. And we were talking, and even they have struggles. You know, we all have struggles in this world.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and I said, you know, I got my mom here, and we were talking, and she said, Precious, she said, the average person does not have what you have. She said, you have 2 luxury cars. She said, most people barely have 1 car. She said, you got 2 properties. She said, you have a job. Let me keep praying to Jehovah on that. I got a job with benefits. Stuff could turn.
It go left in a minute.
It go left in a minute. And she said, because we were talking about our financial planners, and I had a meeting with my financial planner, and he's in Orange County. Okay. And he said, Precious, there are people out here in Newport Beach with $25,000 mortgage payments and $10,000 car payments. And he said, for what reason? He said, I don't know what kind of Jones they trying to keep up with.
Right.
He said, so you think you're struggling? He said, but you're doing good. And I have to keep that in my head every day that I have blessings. There are people out there that are homeless and struggling. And just try to stay humble.
I know what you're saying, because after I was divorced, I did feel I'm not going to say a little, I did feel a lot of pressure. I got, my son decided to stay with his father, and that was fine. But I wanted my girls to go to college. One wanted to be a nurse. I was like, okay, well, here come the bills. I mean, there were times where I was like, we gonna scrape by, but you're gonna get what you need. Blew my mind when she said, Ma, I'm so sorry. I need a book. The book is $800 and something. Oof. Don't worry. She's like, you okay with that? I'm like, I have to be, because you're going to finish school.
Yes.
I was like, what can I do? What can I do? Then I started picking up little side jobs, and I said, okay, I had a credit card, and I said, I'm not touching that credit card, because if some emergency comes up and she needs something, I could swipe and pay that off.
Yes.
So we got the book, and then I realized, wait a minute, before I get this book, let me see if I can find this book this year copywritten. And we did, and we paid half the price. So that was good. So, sometimes you got to look and say, you know what? Yeah, you'd like to be with somebody. This is involuntary. I love being married. I love having a husband to dote on and to dote on me, but I'm not in that situation. So I got to make it work. So my oldest daughter went to college and finished, got her RN. My youngest daughter went to school. She wanted to be a teacher. She got her license, endorsement, K-8. So I'm good. And I say, like you said, you thank Jehovah, because it's like, man, it could have been so much worse.
Yes.
Honestly, could have said, I don't have it. I just can't. And some people just don't have it.
Yes.
So I try to count my blessings, girl.
Yes.
I
When I went back and forth, I didn't get my associates till I was about 28, 29. Because I ain't gonna lie, I partied hardy for a long for I don't got no kids. I was like, I ain't got no kids. My mother would babysit my little cousins, and I'd be hearing on the phone, yeah, Precious could watch them. I'd be like, no, she can't.
I got things to do. I'm going places and doing things. Like, really?
Don't obligate my time.
Exactly.
So I partied, but then, you know, like most women, when we're in our 20s, by your mid-20s, you start getting serious about a lot of stuff. It take men till they like in their late 30s, 40s, if then, to really, you know, put their head on straight. But then I got the associates, and then I went on to my bachelor's. I was kind of tired when I went for my bachelor's, and then I took a break. And then I went back to school for my master's in 2017. And the only reason why I did that is because there were people younger than me coming in, going above me at work, trying to tell me what to do. And I'm like, no, that's not how it's done. Saying stuff wrong. So I said, let me go on back to school.
Right.
And then when I did that, that's when, unfortunately, in corporate America, lots of racism and stuff.
Oh yeah, honey,
going on.
You ain't said nothing.
I know. Single Black woman, educated, horrible.
What kind of happened with me is, you know, before I was an adult, a full-fledged adult, I had started modeling. I was doing really well. I started out as a hand model, you know. And then I went on to other things, and then I got accepted into a fashion house and sole model for one person, or one entity, I will say. Yeah. So I wasn't thinking about college. And then it was like, wait a minute, you know what? I need something behind me. I need to do something. And I was still living at home, even though I was an adult. And I told my father, I was like, Dad, there's this thing called MTV, and they do, you know, videos of movies. So it's like a movie based upon the song. And
music videos.
Right. So they want me to sign a contract so that I could be in the music videos. And my father was like, you're done. Now, what y'all need to understand is my father is a Hispanic man. He is Panamanian. When they put their foot down, it don't matter how old you are. You living in my house, mama. You living in my house. I said, no, it's no. You want to do that? You don't want to listen? You can go get your own house and be your own boss. Well, I didn't want to do that. I had the money. I could have, but I didn't want to do that. So I went and I started being a temp. And I did very well. I think they did not expect me to be so well versed and so articulate. So I got a good job, and it was working on Wall Street. And then I will never forget this. This man was like, I just want you to know they're not going to keep you. They never keep temps. So don't expect to stay. Girl, how about a week later, the big boss comes to me and I'm like, oh, Lord, what did I do? He says, you know, your temp assignment is about to be up. We want to know if you'd like to have a permanent position. Oh, yes, I would. What's the time? I will never forget that man's name, Sam Kazmanoff. He was like, I'm so shocked. But, you know, he was not my persuasion, and he just thought they're not going to hire this little black girl. But they did. And my dad said, Mama, learn everything in the office. Everything you can learn it. And then I realized when my big boss a year later said, listen, you know your job well. You know this job better than some people that have been here longer than you. But what you don't have is a degree. Yeah. He said, you need to take advantage of this program. They will pay you. The company will pay you to go to school. They'll pay for it. You can actually take classes after work. They'll allow you to leave as early as this time and take your classes at night. Bet. So that's how I did it. I left work.
Yes.
I was able to leave work early and go to school. And that's how I did it. But I think if I hadn't done that, there's so much I would not have been able to do.
Yeah.
So much. So much. And I'm grateful for that opportunity. I really am.
And MTV isn't MTV gone? Didn't they go off the air?
Girl, yeah. There's no more MTV.
There's no more MTV.
There's no more MTV. I'd have been out there looking like a fool probably if it wasn't for my father. And some little skinny things taking it. You know?
Can I still shake
like,
it?
Where is done? She's done.
My
in the video by such and such. We haven't heard anything as of now. So I said, let me listen to my dad. That is one man that loves me. Let me listen to him. You know,
my grandmother, my dad's mom, put us all in typing school when I was like 9 years old. I was learning how to type. And so one thing I could do is type, and I would always pass those typing tests. Whenever I did something, and I started. I've always listened to older people, and I think one of my problems throughout life is that sometimes you expect everyone to have the same mindset as you. And so sometimes I'll go down a rabbit hole and get wrapped in and try to give people advice. Like that boy, right. I told don't get that girl. Don't rock no babies. I said, look, don't rock no babies. And he went and rocked the baby. So I've come to realize at this almost 52 years of life that you have to realize that everybody does not have the same mindset as you. And so you have to learn to adjust and teach people. I looked at that boy. I was like, he was a very nice person, but I was like, you are the stupidest person. You are the stupidest person on earth. I'm sorry. You literally, she said, trade in the car. Nope. Check. She said, don't rock a baby. Nope. I'm going to hit that. Check. She told me, don't tell people about my money. Nope. I'm a flow show. Boop. Check. I'm going to tell.
Money.
I got money. And his friends are, oh man, you got some money. And now you got a baby on the way and no savings in a car that's going to break down on you because you're stupid. You're stupid.
Yep, you didn't listen.
You're not listening. I wish, at that age, as soon as I started working at McDonald's, my first check, I remember $4.25 an hour was $34. So by the next check, my mama was like this. You need to pay rent. And she wasn't the parent that was like taking my money and putting in the savings. No. She was taking the money
and using it. Yep. Listen, I had to pay rent too. I was so upset, but hey, I learned. It was good. It was good. I was there creating bills. So yeah, y'all need this money. And I learned. I did the same thing with my daughter. She was in college and she had a part-time job. And I was like, hey, what you bringing to the table? Come on now. A lot. But it's going to teach you responsibility. The habit of getting used to saying, okay, I got my money. What needs to be done first? I always told them, the first thing you do is make sure you have a place to live. You also have to make sure you have a means to pay for where you live. Okay?
Yes.
So take care of yourself.
Yes.
Okay?
Just always. Sometimes I had a hard head. My brother really had a hard head. Oh my Lord. He's still here. He's still here. But he had a hard head. Nikki said, I wanted to take French in high school. My dad told me no. Take Spanish. You will use it more. Still can't speak much Spanish today, but I'm glad I listened to him.
Exactly.
I used to speak, a lot of my friends in grade school were from Belize. And I spoke Spanish fluently. But when you don't use it, you lose it. So I've been practicing it. And when that dude, I told you about the dude who was helping me.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were out there one day. He's cut off. He don't come over here no more. So Marcos was next door and I gave Marcos a carrot and he said, he said Buenos Dias, and I was like, no, it's afternoon. It's Buenos Tardes. It's Buenos Tardes. And he was like, no. I was like, look, Buenos Dias is morning, Buenos Tardes is afternoon, and Buenos Noches is evening.
Right.
And Marcos was like, very good, very good. I was like, I know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I know a little something, something.
I know a little something, something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, but
funny.
I do sometimes wonder what happened to that kid, but then I just throw him out the back of my head because I was like,
yeah.
I hope he became smarter.
Right. And learn from that experience.
He said, Miss Precious told me I told him, I said, save you another $1,000, take that car in, trade in the car. Yep. I said, go to school. I said, go to community college, start this. Don't get that girl pregnant. Now that was all in the car. I said, and I said, and I made you sign a contract. I said,
so he would take it seriously, but no. But you know what? Maybe somewhere, somehow, he's retelling this story like you are, and he's telling them, I learned from that, y'all, to listen to my elders. And then this is why I'm where I'm at now, because I didn't listen and I learned the practicality of listening. Could be, best case scenario.
Yeah. My ex-boyfriend, Lord, I told you about that dude. Just to let y'all know, me and Pescatarian, we talk all the time offline. Yes. So I remember, and I had known him since I was 14. He was a year older. And so we went back and forth for years. And the last time he came back, when you're young and dumb in love, you should have gave it up. No, I didn't give it up. So we were talking and I said, I got some questions I got to ask you, because by this time I'm in my mid 20s or going into my 30s. And I said, well, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And he just thought he was going to be all gangster hard. I don't know. I said, well, didn't you want to be a truck driver? Are you still going to go to school for that? I don't know. Well, what about you trying to move up? You a security guard? Are you going to try to move up in that company? I don't know. Well, how much money are you making? And at this time, I think I had started. I was like at $21 an hour. And he's still in single digit. Not even $10. Not even $8. Right? But you can't, everybody has to start somewhere. So I'm not judging you on that. I'm judging you on what's your mindset. I could work with you if you saying, Precious, I am trying to go back to school. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I started off at nothing. How am I going to judge you?
Right. But what you did to me, I love. And I tell people this, and sometimes I've gotten, negative feedback on this, but this is how I was. When you look at a man, when I look at a man, the first thing, let's be honest, ooh, looking good.
Ooh, daddy. Hey.
Once you get past that, you're like, okay, so what is he doing with his life now?
Thank you.
Then you engage in conversation and you see, where is the mindset? Are you staying here or do you go further? When I talk to my husband, my current husband, who I love dearly,
is he there?
Do that. I'm like, okay, he wants to go somewhere. So you marry, I feel like I'm looking for the potential in that man.
Yes.
And if you have potential, I'm going to couple that with myself. And we're going to work together to my goal and your goal so that we can be successful as a unit. So I married potential. Yes. If you don't see no potential, lose my number. Lose my number, please. No, sir. Do not call this number again.
And so when I'm talking to him, I finally said, and I truly love this man, but I have grown. I'm in my mid-20s, going into my 30s. At this time, I think I owned my first home with my mom because we bought a home together in Fontana. I've grown. And I'm talking to you, and you're talking about you want to move in together and you want to have this serious relationship. Well, I need to see where your mind is. So finally, when I asked all these questions and I was done, I said, I can't do this. I said, you can't. He didn't even have common sense to kind of lie to me and say, well, I want to do this, and then get off the phone and say, oh, she's serious. Let me start getting this together. He didn't even have that clue. I said, I can't. It's not a lack of love. I said, I can't do this.
Right.
You're just money hungry. I said, well, if that's what you think, then bye. And then 2 or 3 years ago, he's still married. He contacted me by tag. He contacted me on Facebook through Messenger. I still love you. How you doing? I'm sorry about what I said. And I just pretend like he didn't even exist. Number one, you're married. You're married. I don't know what type of person you think. I don't want anything to do with you. You're a married man. Right. Number two, your mindset is still in the gutter. Why would you come to me and it's not about me being educated, but I'm an educated woman. I have property. I'm a caregiver for my mother. And you are trying to sneak into my world with some tacky ghetto mess.
Are you telling me you love me?
You're telling me you love me? Mm-mm. You're trying to have me on this stream? I ain't got time. It's me and the chickens. It's me and my chickens and my mama. Who has time for that? Who has
exactly?
Nobody has time for that. Nobody has time for that.
That would have been messy. Okay.
That would have been nasty.
Okay. Yeah. Let's call it what is nasty.
And whatever, because you obviously cheating on your wife on whatever nasty STD you have. You trying to come lay your nasty stuff.
Yep.
Up over here. No. So I'll be 52, which means he'll be 53. You still got this 15-year-old mindset. You ain't learned. And you don't come to a mature woman who's going through menopause and soon will be retired talking about
foolishness.
Girl, I still love you, girl. You know. And I think in a lot of teenage boys,
once you come to me and say, yeah, you know what, I've been thinking about you. You know, we used to kick it in back in the day. We was good. And I still love you. Where are we supposed to take this? Because you have a wife.
Thank you.
Even if, let's just say you grew up, you matured, where are we going to take it? What is your purpose in telling me that? Yeah. It cannot be honorable because you are married. You are committed. So you want me then to enter into a relationship with you, even if you just want a casual relationship. You jacked it up when you said you still love me. No, we're done.
Yeah. Like Nikki said, yeah, you stay over there. You're nasty. Exactly. You're a nasty person. And
if he does that to his wife and y'all get together, he'll do it to you too.
Yes.
I'm good.
Nasty.
Thank you.
It's like nasty.
Exactly. Nasty.
Well, we've been on live 43 minutes and we ain't said nothing about the challenge.
Tomato. But it's been fun.
It's been a good conversation. We need to do this like twice a month, you know.
My God.
But for an update, so just to let you guys know, Hands in the Dirt has joined. The New Orleans Gardener, she's joined. Yay. Mike's Chaotic Gardener has joined. Mama Linda, I can't find, and I text her. I can't find her video because I saw the video and now I can't find it. What I want to do is copy the link to you guys' videos and put it in a post. Right. So that way people can click on it and they, know, get more traffic for your video. So if you can let me know what video it is, Mama Linda, then that'll be awesome.
We also got That's My Art. Remember, That's My Art.
That's My Art. I'm about to hook up my extra monitors here. Gina versus Gina. That's My Art is on there. I didn't catch that one.
I sent you a text about that or email.
Okay. I'm gonna let me get that on my spreadsheet. Put her for hers.
Yes.
Put That's My Art on there. That's my art.
Mm-hmm.
Look for hers. I thought Harvey Container Gardening had one, but I need to look through some of her videos again. So what I wanted to say is make sure you label the videos hashtag Presh and Pesc Tomato Challenge 2026 because we need to what was this live topic about? It was supposed to be about the tomato challenge, but we went down the rabbit hole there. Make sure you put the title of that in your video so that way we can find it. So that way we can find it real quickly.
Right.
Tag it, and I could get all your information.
Exactly.
Make sure your videos are at a minimum 3 minutes long
No more
because we want to see what's going on. 3 to 5 minutes.
Right.
And the deadline is till May 31st.
So you got a little bit of time to play with.
Yes.
Just a little, not much, just a little.
Just a little bit of time.
A little.
So actually May 31st was supposed to be one of the weeks that you start doing your update videos. Who else did I have? I had another person that's new. Well, she may not be that new. Takesha's All Beauty Zone.
Oh.
And Bougie Prepper and Ann's Backyard Garden. They all submitted videos. GT, did you submit a video? Thank you, Mike, for putting that in there.
Right. Mike is always on it, girl.
Mike is always on it.
He is.
Yeah. And then Mike did his. So we do have a couple of entries, some good entries going on, some good videos. So I'm going to look for Mama Linda's, and that's my art. I'm going to check Harvey to see. Again, I'm going to go through hers and see if she had some. But please keep spreading the word. Every time I go on someone's live, they're mentioning it, and I appreciate it.
It's fun. The more the merrier,
Yeah. Broke talked about it today. He said, they're trying to get people to grow.
Exactly.
Thank you, GT. He said he's going to submit his video today.
Good.
Today.
Okay, cool.
You did join, Mike. You did.
But he was saying, I'm a judge and everything like that, but you still joined. Yeah, we want more people to join. So if you go to, because I know you shared the post for the tomato challenge, the dates are on there the end date is to enter the competition is May 31st, but after that you're going to submit a video every other week because we want to see the progress on your tomato plants. My plants are going to be in the ground till October because California weather. Yeah, right.
I'm gonna be
in that nice cushy zone.
Yeah, kind of. Some days
in our face. Goes on 10.
Some days is cushy. When it start hitting them 95 and hundreds, I'll be like, oh no.
Right. Them tomatoes be like, you want tomatoes in this heat?
Are you kidding me? Right. Like that is not gonna happen.
Like for real though? Like, nah, we good.
Yes.
We good.
So just to go over again, first prize is for the largest slicer tomato. The largest. Make sure you get you a what do you call it? A scale. Right. To weigh it because we want to see you weighing that tomato.
Right. So it's not going to be where someone comes along, they do an entry video, they never do another video, and then in September they're like, "Hey, so I got this." No, we want to see progression.
Because you can go get one of those, what do you call it? Fertilized tomatoes somewhere from the store and be like, "This is my tomato," and be like, "That is not your tomato. There's no crack in it. There's no hornworm on it. Right. We didn't see you. Don't go rub your hands in the dirt and then come." You like, this is my tomato.
Nah, it ain't gonna work like
that. we want to see you grow that tomato.
Exactly.
So first place is $75. Second place, Harvest Aroma or Paste type tomato. So that's why you got to get a scale, because you're gonna, with Romas, you'll be pulling, or paste type, you'll be pulling tomatoes. So we want you to put them all together and weigh them. And you don't have to weigh them all at once. Just whatever you harvest, just start weighing all of them and add up how much you weigh. How much you got. The next is most creative way of growing tomato. So Bougie already took hers out of the hydroponics and put them in the ground. Mike has a tomato forest in his house right now.
I was like, get it, Mike.
I'm like, I looked at that plant. I said, Mike is growing a fig tree. Mike be doing the most. Mike is the
doing
man.
it.
He is. And he be feeding Bambi and relatives and Thumper.
Right, Thumper.
Mike be doing the most. I ain't mad at Mike.
No,
the most creative way is $25. And then third place is the first time gardener. So with that, we'll probably do a raffle. I'm going to try to get that spin thing that day that we announce. A wheel. So please, if you guys start spreading the word, if people are new to your channel, they're first time gardeners, go on your Instagram already. $25. I mean, $25 I could make $25 work at the Dollar Tree. I could do a lot.
Listen,
with $25.
Exactly. When they be doing those $5 giveaways, look at how many people be throwing something in the chat to get $5. So we talking $25 here. You can do a little something that's $25 more than what you had.
Thank you. We talking $75. I think Hands is growing paste and slicers. He said, I'm trying to win something. And you, if you could do it, you're right, Mike. If I could do it, or were you talking to Bougie? He said, he's talking about himself. If I could do it, anybody can.
Do it, right.
Mike has a forest in the house, and he got tomatoes.
Yep, exactly. So y'all can do it. If you don't think you can do it, just try it.
Just try it.
What do you have to lose? Nothing. You'll learn a little something and maybe even make a little cash.
Yes. Then you got the Wind Down Wednesday, and I'm going to have to check Bougie and all their pages because I still I know about the prizes, but you got the Wind Down Wednesday cucumber challenge. Okay. It says, what if you don't have a first-time gardener? Do you have like a backup?
Yes. Let me tell you what I thought about.
Okay.
If we don't have a first-time gardener, we will put everybody who entered on the wheel, and then one of them will just get it. Yeah. But someone's going to get it.
Somebody's going to get it. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
So we want people to grow. Didn't you say, I think you were on Miss Linda's live and somebody said, well, why are you giving money, or asked you that question? Somebody.
Yeah.
Like, what, you don't want no money? Okay.
I mean,
like, don't speak for everybody.
So you asking me why I'm giving money like that's a problem. That should be mouth closed. Let me get this money. Let me try to get this. What does it matter why we decided to do it? It doesn't matter. We're doing it. Either you want to be a part or you're not. Ain't nobody going to beg you. Okay?
Thank you.
You don't need $25? God bless you.
I could use $25 now. I got a whole bunch of savings binders.
Listen, I was just getting ready to say, even if you take that $25 and say, I'm going to stick in this jar over here.
I'm trying to say.
You stupid.
Weekly. And then, wait a minute, I got another one. I'm like Gina versus Gina. Wait a minute. She probably on the live now. Like this one, this is for home maintenance, repairs, for emergencies. And then I put on there, like, stop playing. $25. I'd be like, get a whole bunch of fives and ones. I'd be like, $5 in this pocket.
Exactly. Girl, I took a old loose leaf book. I bought those little pockets that you might use for baseball cards. I put it in the book. I did numbers with index cards from 1 to 100, stuck it in the pockets. Oh, when I come back from the store, if I got cash, $25. I stick it in the 25. If I got 12, I stick it in 12. Oh, wait, I didn't know I had this $100. Let me stick it in there. I have a photo album book with money in it. When it gets full, I'm gonna leave it in a crunch. Let me grab this book because I know I got some money in there. So if you don't need it, that's good. Put it up. Put it up.
I hadn't looked in my safe because I have a safe. Mm-hmm. I went in there. I had $300. I was like, there is a God. I was like, let me pinch. And I still got money in there. I was like, we just gonna pretend like I didn't see that.
Right. That's how you do. That's how you do. That's yep. Somebody was laughing at me. My group of friends, my circle of friends, they know I love cruising. They was like, but how you be doing it? So I told them how I do it. I said, and then I have 3 envelopes. One is a miscellaneous envelope. One is for cruise number 2, and the other one is for cruise number 3. When I figure out how much I want to spend so I can spend freely. I don't want to go no place on vacation and have to penny pinch my money. I don't want to do that. So I say, okay, I know I'm going to spend because I haven't been to this country. Let me stack in this envelope because I know I want to spend freely. Yes. Simple as that. Little here, a little there adds up.
When we went to Costco on Saturday, girl, I'm like, okay, today is Sunday. Saturday. Went to Costco. I was talking to you before we went live. I was like, my budget is $400 because we used to call Costco the $100 store. Now it's $1,000 store. It really is. So my mom was like, can I get this? I was like, you paying for it? I'll be serious. I got to that register $273. I was like, woo, now I can go to other stores and go
do a little something.
Yeah, because I was adding to our stockpile. I said, okay, we getting low on toilet paper, we getting low paper towels. You know, I'm like, we got to kind of keep it going.
Yep. And this is what I do. Every 3 months, my daughter looks at what we have, and she's like, Ma, it's about to expire. We take it out and put something in. We got the reserve. Keep stock with the toilet tissue, the paper towel, because things could go left so easy, as we all know, after COVID. I just do things differently.
It was so funny because my mother has always been like that. Always keep everything stocked. So when I think it was a week before COVID, like stuff shut down, my mom said, Precious, I think we need to go to Costco. I said, well, we're pretty good. You know, we're always stocked. She's like, I think we need to buy more. I said, well, I can't take any time off during the week. You'll have to wait till Saturday. She said, I want to go before Saturday. So her friend had never been to Costco. So she took her friend to Costco with her during the week and got extra toilet paper or whatever. Man, that weekend hit. The shutdown began and people was in the store fighting over toilet paper. My question was, who's not washing their hands and why you ain't got toilet paper at home? That was my question.
Why don't you have this? Like, there's a problem with that.
Yeah. And so some of my friends like, well, I have bidets. And I was like, I have a bidet. I still gotta wipe the water off my butt. And I'm not gonna do it with my hands.
What's that supposed to mean? You just get up after you swish? No.
No. Sorry. I said, but don't you wipe yourself after? Well, yeah. I said, well, then you still need toilet paper.
Exactly. Girl, please.
I was like, are you getting leaves from your apricot tree? Like what
okay, right? You out there with that mullein, softening it up? Yeah, nah. Goody. Girl, it's 6:58.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my time.
Oh, it's 3:58. Okay. So, do you guys have any other questions for the challenge? Because Bougie said, don't worry about them. We out here working on that 75 and 50. They
exactly. That's right. They cray.
Yes. She said money prizes.
Right.
Money prizes can go to your garden budget. Yes. Lamb's ear. You're so right, Nikki. Use that lamb's ear to wipe your butt. So I'll give you guys a minute or two before we go because I'm 3 hours behind Pesc and I know she tired. So if
look, every Sunday we have family dinner. And I love my in-laws. I don't even like to refer to them as in-laws because they're just my people.
Yeah.
And so my husband and daughter, they already left to go to family dinner. Fortunately, they are about 6 minutes from the house. We're 6 minutes from each other. But y'all saw me. Did y'all see me look down? Because they was like, you coming? We trying to wait for you. No, y'all don't have to hold dinner for me. Start eating. It's okay. But they're going to make sure I get there. I love them to death. And they'll tell me all the time, we love
Yes.
you. We love you. You
Yeah.
know? So they like, it's almost 7 o'clock. You still coming? Of course I'm still coming. We ain't
Yeah.
got to work tomorrow, so we can all hang out. Don't worry. But y'all go
So,
ahead and eat.
so with that being said, how long does the video need to be again? 3 to 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How many tomatoes can we enter in each section? So if you go on my community page, the slicer, you need to weigh your biggest slicer. Get the weight of that. That's first place. Second place, you just harvest as many paste and Roma tomatoes that you can. Get you a food, get you a food scale and just weigh your harvest all season long until September 27th. And then add your weight up for that. That's the $50 prize. And then we have the 2 third place prizes, $25. More creative, the creative way to grow your tomato. And the other one is for first time gardeners. And again, if we don't get a first time gardener, then we're going to put all the winners, all the people's entries name on the wheel. And then somebody will get $25
for their efforts.
For their efforts. Yes.
So, Bougie asked, they do the first video on the 31st and then every other Sunday after that. Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yep.
So after the 31st
is everybody who is a content creator, this benefits you because you're getting more exposure, which means more people are going to see it and be like, oh, I like this. Let me subscribe.
Yeah, because I bring my work computer and then I bring my personal computer to work, and I'll sit there on Excel when ain't nobody looking, and I'm like,
on your Excel,
like, okay, I got this. All right, hands in the dirt. All right. So, yeah, I gotta contact Gina and remind her to do her next video. Because we originally wanted everybody to enter their video. I think it was by May 3rd. And then we extended it to the 31st. So she actually still has time to do another video. So the key here is to make sure to title that video #Presh and Pesc Tomato Challenge 2026. Mike, if you could put that in the chat, I'll put that back on the screen. Make sure your videos are between 3 to 5 minutes long. And just tell us about your tomato. Because right now, everybody's tomatoes are just plants. But in a minute, you're going to start getting flowers. What are you doing to make those flowers pollinate? Then you're going to start seeing your fruit. Then some of you might get, what's that, bottom rot. I get bottom rot on my paste tomatoes every year. Thank you. Thank you, Bougie.
Thank you, Bougie.
I get them on my paste tomatoes every year until the calcium catches up and then they start growing out. Then you might have questions. And then we'll probably do a live every other weekend after that. So we want to see the progress. Like we said, we don't want you going to the store, getting a tomato and just putting your hands in some dirt and be like, look what I did. I mean, like, we don't believe you.
Right? We ain't seen no tomato plant, nothing. Stop.
Yes. Hi, Kiki. I haven't heard from you in a while or seen you in a while, girl. I need to be on Facebook checking you out. I hope you're able to join our challenge and spread the word, because this is this is money. So I know Pesc needs to go, and I gotta go out there and start on these root knot nematodes.
And guys, I have not put up anything about a live tomorrow because it is a holiday, so I'm taking tomorrow off. But next Monday, I will be back at it.
Yes, indeed. So if that's it, we're gonna go ahead. Like I always say, please find peace within yourself and please be peaceable with everyone around you. And I love you all. And what do you say, Pesc?
Whatever it is you're doing, you enjoy it. Gózalo.
Yes. Have a good evening, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for coming in.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.